Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Today is Saturday, which is great. No more worky. Today we're going to... Pickles, what's up? It's alright, boo. We are out today, got myself and Alison, and even Pick's come out today, which is very brave of you, isn't it, boo? Is it brave of you? Yeah, I know it is. And done GR, what I needed to do. Done the house chores, we've done unblocking the drains. We've done the gardening, we've done cutting the grass, done sweeping the baths, had lunch, and now we're going to get on with some Mazda time while Alison does her beloved garden bed. So, first of all, say hello to Pick. Say hello, Boo, you coming out to help today? We might even get Zorro come round, which is Pickles' friend, if we're lucky. Boo, say hello to camera. No, Dada, I'm not interested. I'll stop whining. She will whine and moan and cry, but she has to learn to be outside. God, I haven't even thought what we're doing. We're just about finished the arches off. So I just need to finish them off, which will be today. I've also started working underneath the chassis rails, and some odds and sods have got a bit rusty, so I ground them off last weekend. I didn't make a video. I've started treating those, so I'll be painting those today, finishing off, cleaning out the brake pipes and stuff back here, and then that'll be that done. Then we've got a few things that you probably won't see on the camera. You've got somewhere around here, rust bubbles around there. And you've got big rust bubbles around here, so this door needs repairing. And the front, now what I'm going to do with the front I'm not sure, because I know it's been a crashed right off Cat C, means it's had structural damage at the front of the car. So a normal person would just leave it and accept it, but my OCD is saying I need to just take the whole front of the car off in terms of body panels, check it out, make sure we've not got damage, make sure it's not misaligned, stuff like that. So that's what I think, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get the rear arches and the bottom finished. Okay, valued viewers, we're finished. The whole rear end and the bottom's finished now, so all the rust is taken out, rust treated, sills done, everything painted, plastic trims all cleaned up and back in. So that is that whole of the arch underneath, as well as these little doodads. The paint needs finishing off, but otherwise the arches are nearly good as new now, which I'm happy about. Same around here. Zap. Lovely. Everything back on. Treated and painted. Zap. Also done the underside of the car. Probably not going to be able to see anything, but I don't even see some the sills, the doodads, the chassis rails. All stripped and painted, treated and painted where they need to be, so that's the underside done now. Let's crack on with the next section. Welcome back, valued viewers. So I'm just stopping for a tea break. Wings come off, wings are over there, you can see it. Bumpers come off, wings come off here. Good, pretty good news. No damage that I can see in the arches, which is great. Usually what you'd see is a crease or crack. I've actually got one on the Nissan when that was crashed, but you know, there's no major problem. Again, there is something here, like a weld's popped here, so it might have been that small bit of damage, but I'll just weld that up, it'll be no problem anyway. Otherwise, no major creases. The chassis rails are the all important thing there. I want to make sure there's no kind of banana-ing of it, and it looks okay, which is good. You can see what they've done to repair it is from here all the way around to the other side is where they've stuck a new one on. So all this was crunched basically out of shape in the crash, and you can tell that because rather than the factory spot welds, all they've done is put an infill weld there and just kind of like sanded it off, ground it off. So from here out is the new bit. Okay, lights or bumper bar, crash bar. Looks okay, because they must have bought a new crash bar, or it's part of the structure, I'm not sure. This little packer, I don't know what it is. I guess I'll just leave it on there, whatever it is. Let's hold up the bumper basically or something. Now it's a little bit annoying, so what, they've reused this light. Well, I'm assuming they did it and they reused it from the crash. Actually, no, it's unlikely. I don't know. Either way, they've tried to repair it, as you can see. And you can see it's not broken there, so it needs either a new light or bodging. I'm the king of bodging, so maybe I'll bodge it up, I don't know. Here's one thing that's got me a little bit miffed, can't work this out. The lights, although as far as I'm aware they're original, they've been bodged. See that there, plug, would usually plug into the light. Instead they've got a female or a male, don't know, female that comes out of it, and they've bodged some wires up and goes to the motor pack or what, you know, the adjuster or whatever that is. I don't really know what that is. Not really into lights, so I'd really like to find out why that bodge has happened. I don't know, but like I said, it's going to the kind of control unit rather than any bulbs or anything like that, so that's interesting. All in here, it's all new radiator from the crash presumably. All looks fine, everything's fine. I was going to get started on the wheel wells, just, you know, just clean them up, derust them and paint them, but I've got good access to the engine at the moment. Things I've noticed are all linked down there, so I need to find out if what that is, engine or power steering, and get that sorted. This guy here can completely go, I think. What I've got is a pipe coming up from the fuel tank here, a breather here, goes into that, we can call it a carbon can, and a vent, and a whole bunch of these tubes that go into the engine. I have no idea what that's all about, but I'm not having it on my car, so that's all going to get removed, including all these control solenoids. I'm going to get rid of that lot. Hopefully it's not going to mess anything up with the ECU. Let me know if you think I'm wrong, but I can't see any point of it being there. Expansion tank, he's gone bone dry, which always worries me if there's something wrong with the cooling system, so we're going to have to investigate that nicely. Whole intake system is very odd. So your intake, you know, your throttle body's there, and you go with this big pipe all the way around here, all the way around here, into there. You got your MAF there, your mass airflow sensor there, for detecting the air coming in. Then you've got your filter box there. You've got a weird plug on the filter box and sensor. I don't know what that is. Let me know if you know what that is. All I can think is inlet air temperature for adjustments. That's the best I can think of at the moment. Then it goes out down the bottom and through this funny pipe. Look at that, all this rubbish. I don't want any of that on my car. So again, unless you can think of a reason why not to, I think I'm just going to rip all of this out, chuck it in the bin. I'm going to see if I can relocate. Wires aren't long enough, but I can, you know, I can rewire it pretty easily. Relocate the MAF there, right onto the end there, and just have, you know, a little cone filter or something there. You've got none of that nonsense then. Again, this will be superfluous, but I'm not sure it does anything anyway. Again, it'll clean all this crap up here, give the engine bay a good clean. That's what I'm thinking at the moment, so I guess I'm going to get to work and report back. Welcome back, finished the strip down. Now that looks much better, doesn't it? Look how clean that's going to look. I've got this wiring kind of trunked. I'm going to get some trunking for it down there, but otherwise it's lovely and empty, which is great news. Down here, much more empty, which is much nicer. Again, got to do some trunking on the wiring and stuff like that, but kind of chuffed with that. Got loads of stuff out of it. Look, zap, all gone. Don't need you. Stupid new car stuff. Toe and eye, I've already got one on there, so I don't need another one. Whole bunch of brackets, one horn, already got one on there, don't need another one. My Greta device, that's gone. Various bods and sods. All the induction stuff, carbon can. So that's that. End of the day now, a bit tired, so I'm going to go to bed. We'll have a chill out and go to bed. Tomorrow, let's have a think. First we're going to give the engine bay a good clean out and tidy up. That's job number one, along with the scuttle. Oh, I've had some more damage as well. Scuttle's damaged down there, needs fixing. Scuttle's missing there, needs fixing. Radiator, fan, damaged, and in two places, and that light's also damaged. So a whole bunch of stuff needs replacing, slash looking at, slash bodging, slash whatever, I don't know yet. So I've got to get all on with all of that. And then I'll put the air filter and everything back, new one in there, get the engine going and tested. And then once that's done, we can start work on the arches, although there's luckily not a massive amount to do, which is great. A little bit of derusting. Oh, this is a bit naughty, don't know Alice can see this, but unlike a lot of cars, there's a lovely big gap between the front of the engine and anything else. So it gives me this genius idea that hopefully you'll approve of. So that's a typical 4-cylinder engine, you know, just normal kind of size. So if we split that anti-roll bar, so we cut it in the middle, and the middle of the camera is there, cut it where in the middle of the camera is there, welded it back on with an offset, so it goes all the way to the radiator, or even underneath the radiator, excuse me, then we can possibly gain about 250 mil of space here, and that's probably there for the crash structure, or you know, whatever, but we could fill that up with more engine, which I think is a great idea. Now I was thinking that that's a 1.8 litre 4-cylinder that might get maybe a 6-cylinder BMW engine in there. Maybe 2.8, probably not 3 litre from a crash BMW. Let me know your thoughts. I think that'd be a pretty spiffing project. It's not a very tall engine, which worries me a bit, because look, there's a crank. You've got the crank down there. Look at the top of the engine there. It's a lot smaller than my SR20 or something, so height might be an issue, but we'll have to have a look at that. Anyway, that's for one for thinking about. So we've got to report. I'm going to clear up. I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back. Sunday now, so I've given it a good clean up around the engine, tidy on the engine loom. It's much nicer now, right? Tough with that, so I'm starting to put everything back together now. Notice in here we've got some ground deposits, which usually, from my experience, means that the car's had either bad coolant in it, you know, the stuff that doesn't last for more than 2 years. I can't remember what it's called now. Or it's literally been sitting for 10 years doing nothing in the car, and the coolant is separated and it's rusted the inside of the engine. It's really annoying. I was hoping I wasn't going to see that. So what I did is I've taken the coolant out, and you can see it's not too bad. It's not too bad. If it, you know, this is relatively new coolant by the looks of it, so it looks like at some point it has just been sitting with either duff coolant or separated coolant, and it has rusted. There's not really much we can do about that, I don't think, so suck it up. I'll probably just filter this coolant and put it back in and carry on. Okay, I've had a viewers for out of time now. Put all the coolant back in. What I've done is I've cleaned up all the arches ready for painting next week. Been doing a load of real life stuff as well, so haven't had much time this week, but it's good enough. Found a couple of other bits of damage. I don't know if you can see under there, but you know, it's all pretty minor. No welding to be done on the front here, which is great news. Just cleaning up, a little bit of rust treating. Got to do some pipes. I'll show you that next week, and a bit of painting, and get it ready for reassembly next week. Hopefully, I will see you later.